Hello everyone and welcome back to another video brought to you by the Freedom Eagle, political news and commentary with a conservative lean. Today I'd like to take just a few minutes to talk about attorneys Sidney Powell and Lin Wood and the quote-unquote Stop the Steal-esque press conference/rally that was held in Atlanta, Georgia on the afternoon of December 2nd, 2020. While the event lasted roughly 90 minutes and there were certainly many worthy sound bites of note, one in particular from Lin Wood has the internet stirring, especially social media, and it somewhat fits a narrative that's been brewing in certain circles for several weeks. Not only does it involve the alleged fraud that took place during the 2020 presidential election, but in many ways, and more importantly, it surrounds the idea that Republicans in Georgia, well, they should just sit out this critical January 5th Senate election because of the rhetoric that their vote will simply not count. Before we roll the clip, a big thank you to the Right Side Broadcasting Network. They've been all over this coverage for quite a while, so a special shout out to them down in Auburn, Alabama. I've provided a link to their entire coverage of this event in the description box below. And now, here's attorney Lin Wood with some controversial words, to say the very least.
Where's Kelly Loeffler here? Where's David Perdue? He ought to be standing right here. Those two people want your vote, then they ought to tell you what we're. Get a special session of the legislature now. Do not be fooled twice. This is Georgia. We ain't dumb. We're not going to go vote on January 5th in another machine made by China. You're not going to fool Georgians again. If Kelly Loeffler wants your vote, if David Perdue wants your vote, they've got to earn it. They've got to demand publicly, repeatedly, consistently, Brian Kemp call a special session of the Georgia legislature. And if they do not do it, if Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue do not do it, they have not earned your vote. Don't you give it to them. Why would you go back and vote in another rigged election? For God's sakes, fix it. You gotta fix it before we'll do it again.
Well, the logic here, it's quite clear. If we couldn't trust the presidential race to be counted fairly, then the best way to stick it to the system is to simply stay home and not vote at all. Of course, the end result of this action would be handing the Democrats control of the Senate. In my opinion, this is just a wild concept at the very least. I know there are many folks who reside on both sides of the fence, but I'll just break it down like this. Even if you believe that the 2020 election was stolen from Donald Trump and the system is rigged, you still need to come out and vote January 5th and protect the Senate. I would personally rather vote in a system that could be rigged than to just sit home and watch the opposition take a victory lap. The position of Lin Wood is that if you vote in Georgia come January, that your vote won't even be counted fairly, so just forget about it. Well, I know one way to guarantee that your vote will not be counted. If you stay home. Look, I get it. Did something happen during the 2020 presidential election? Probably. Do the results really pass this smell test? Absolutely not. But essentially boycotting the Georgia race because you feel that the system is rigged borders on irresponsible, in my opinion, especially when so much hangs in the balance. Go vote. And even if you think the Senate elections were rigged, then fight it in court. But don't just sit it out and guarantee that your vote will never be counted. What are your thoughts on attorneys Lin Wood, Sidney Powell, and the recent hearings, and especially Wood's recent comments? Do you agree? Should folks in Georgia just sit it out in protest, or should they cast their vote? Because not voting at all would guarantee a blue Senate come 2021. Do you live in Georgia? If so, I'd really love to know your thoughts and what you plan to do come January 5th. Healthy debate is always welcome. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, we will talk to you later.